I really don't want to be talking about Gamergate anymore. It's been 4 and a bit, getting on towards 5 years now, and similar battles were going on even before it. But some people seem determined to keep it relevant and to keep shouting clear and zapping it on the chest and trying to bring it back to life. Graham Linehan, the guy behind Father Ted and the IT Crowd, winner of most curb-stompable face for the last 4 or 5 years, he has an issue with trans people because he has heavily bought into a particular wave of feminism. And if there's one thing that Gamergate and anti-Gamergate could all agree on, it was that Graham Linehan is a
Dingo.
And yeah, that's one of those few things that everyone can kind of agree on, that they don't like this guy. Now, he cannot keep his mouth shut on Twitter. He keeps going after the trans community and being horrible to them over and over again, and it doesn't seem to matter to him that he has had police warnings and so on. And to be fair, I don't think he should have had police warnings for being an offensive goit. It's true of just about anybody online, because what people regard as being offensive differs from side to side. But still, you know, he gets thoroughly pwned all the time for this turfness that he engages in. This actually inspired something wonderful. Hbomberguy, who is also something of a
fusking cloth prunker,
he took Linehan's constant and consistent abuse of the trans community and decided to do a live stream to raise money for a trans charity. Fantastic. Playing a game online, had all kinds of people buy into it and promote it, including Occasional Table from the States, and raised hundreds of thousands of dollars to aid this charity. Great. Fantastic. Online, all the Gamergate people were saying, oh, we might think he's a bit of a...
Don't be dirty.
But he's doing something great here, and we can all agree that Linehan is a total bellend. Yeah, peace in our time is the equivalent of, the Germans and the English playing football in the middle of no man's land. You know, we could all agree that Linehan was a matron, and that was fantastic. But then it wasn't allowed to be fantastic. It wasn't allowed to be peace in our time. People started saying, oh, well, this just goes to show that gaming's come a long way from the toxic masculinity of Gamergate, blah, 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 blah. Random people on Twitter, fine, you can call them out for it, but now it's crept back into the mainstream with Guardian articles saying, oh, this just proves that it's not a misogynistic hate thing anymore. Gamergate's days are over. It's been getting on for 5 years at this point. You can stop lying about us. It's over. It's done. It's finished. You don't have to keep trying to raise it from the dead like an incompetent necromancer. It's done. It's finished. It was never alt-right. The majority of Gamergate were always liberal lefties, for the most part. Just libertarian left rather than authoritarian left. They never had a problem with the trans community. They didn't have a problem with women in gaming. What they had a problem with was censorious and bad story decisions made to tick demographic boxes, Captain Planeting everything and not doing it in a good way. When things were done in a good way, it was praised, lauded. It was never this monster that you made up, and you've now made up the idea that you've slain it, when everyone who used to be part of Gamergate that I saw talking about what Hbomberguy did supported it, donated money, thought it was a fantastic thing, even though he's a
Dingo.
Zang. It's been called misogynistic, racist, a hate group, reactionary. It's been blamed for Trump, for keeping women out of games and technology. None of this is true. If you want the real story, then you need to buy Inside Gamergate.
Now, Bob, consider this next question very carefully. What is your one purpose in life?
To explode, of course.